Every time I hit the record button, I feel like I'm inviting myself into this great challenge. Yeah, you heard me. Starting this podcast was a huge challenge for me. But that doesn't mean that I want to do it any less. In fact, I'm really glad that I've decided to give it a shot, and I'm really proud of it. This is Braininess, and you are our dear brainy listener. In this episode, we're going to talk about self-made challenges, the kind that you choose for yourself, not the kind that life throws at you. These are the ones that are going to shape you, push you forward, and expand what you thought you were capable of. Okay, let me start by asking you a question. Have you ever been doing something like working, studying, or doing some exercise, and suddenly a voice inside you just goes like, okay, stop, that's it, I've reached my limit, I'm done? But what does that really mean? Where is that voice even coming from? How do you know if the point that voice is calling your limit is actually real? Maybe it's just a boundary your mind thinks is real. We're going to just challenge those thoughts in this episode. A lot of our limitations aren't physical, they're mental. But of course, some of them are based on real conditions like health or circumstances, things outside our control. But I believe personally that so many of the limits that we face in our everyday life are self-imposed without us even realizing it. Here, I should add here, if you haven't listened to the previous episode about beliefs, I strongly recommend you to go and listen to that episode first, then come back here. Because as I said before, this podcast is meant to be listened to by order. Okay? So, I want to share with you something that my aunt always said to us. She's a yoga instructor, and me and my cousins, we used to attend her classes, and we had this private yoga class, just family yoga class. And after that, we would just go to her house for coffee, and we had some really nice deep conversations there. That is a core memory that I have. So yeah, she would always tell us that whenever you're doing something important and your mind suddenly goes like, I'm done, stop this, and this is your limit, she said, don't treat your mind like is your enemy. Respect it like that. Respect that voice that is coming from inside your head, and but don't give in right away. Instead, you can just tell yourself, okay, I'm hearing you, but I have decided to just push a little more further, and then I will stop. Okay, in this way, you're not treating your mind as an enemy, but you're respecting its limit. And on the other hand, you are defining your limits based on what you want, and you're telling your body that who is really in control. Every time that you do that and you go just a little bit beyond where your mind told you to stop, you're expanding your threshold, not just physically, but mentally. Okay? I really find this fact about our brain really interesting and fascinating. Like, because if the one who is setting the limit, which is us, so who is that voice that is telling us to stop? I just find it really fascinating. And here is another trick. I would call the next possible step. Okay, what's that? Whenever I want to do something and which just at first feels really overwhelming, I've decided to not think of it as an entire task, okay? I just focus on the next possible action, the smallest, the easiest thing I can do just right now, right away, okay? that is a trick that you can imply on every task that you want to do. Here is how it works. Imagine I'm lying down and I'm thinking about washing the dishes, but just that when you're lying down and those dishes are just calling you out that come and wash us, okay, it's just a task that already drains all your energy just thinking about it. But instead of thinking about washing the dishes as a whole task, I ask myself, okay, what is the next possible action that I can do? What is the next possible step I can take? And the answer is that I can get up, okay? Just like that, stand up. That doesn't need a lot of effort, but still it's a task toward your final task, okay? Then I tell myself, okay, I'm up. What's next? Again, the answer here is not washing the dishes right away. When I think about it, is that, okay, just walking toward the sink itself is another task that can be done before washing the dishes. Okay, right now I'm by the sink. What's the next possible action I can take here? If you're someone who has some allergy to these washing products, you would probably choose to wear gloves whenever you're washing the dishes. So for me, the next possible action is to wear my gloves. And just as soon as I wear them and put them on, I'm like, oh, okay, just washing the dishes doesn't seem so much of a big deal right now, and I'm already halfway there. You know what I'm talking about? And this trick actually works with anything. Going to the gym, just put on your workout clothes. Writing an essay, just open the laptop. You want to read that book that is waiting for you to be read, just pick it up, open the first page, okay? Don't think about the final task that needs to be done. Just think about the next possible action. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the really interesting part about this trick. We often don't count those little steps, like putting on sneakers, turning on the laptop, or opening a book, are just real actions that we take for granted, that we already know we are capable of them, and we don't really count them as accomplishments. But if you treat them like accomplishments, you start to build a momentum for yourself. You're telling your brain that, look, I turned on the laptop. I can open the app. Oh, now I'm typing. Look, I'm actually writing the essay. So it's like tricking your brain, but in a kind and creative way. You're building this pathway toward your final task. You're tricking your mind into doing that. You're guiding it by little victories, okay? So I've been reading about this neuroscience concept from Robert Sapolsky, a brilliant professor and researcher from Stanford University. What is he suggesting is that the highest motivation actually comes during the process, not the result. What does that mean? That actually confirms our theory here, because we are not only thinking about the final task, we are actually celebrating every little step that we are taking toward doing that task that needs to be done. So that's why sometimes after we finish something big, the high fades quickly, because when we are in the middle of doing it, that's where the real magic is happening. So before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a small challenge until the next episode. Pick one thing, one small challenge that's been sitting on your to-do list for just forever. Something like reading a book or journaling or meditating. I don't know. Or maybe even cleaning that one annoying drawer. I don't know. Just don't think about finishing it. Just take the next possible step. Okay, if you want to start reading that book, just grab it, just feel it in your hands. That is easy, right? You can pick up that book and just feel it in your hands. Or if you want to go for a workout, just get dressed. Just put on your nicest sport clothes and don't think about the workout itself at first. Yeah, that's all. Tell me if you found this episode useful, or if you applied these tricks in your everyday life and how it worked for you. Because once you do, momentum will carry you further than you think. Okay, thank you for being here, for listening, and for being part of this journey. I can't believe it's already been 3 episodes of this podcast. This is Braininess, where we think deep and we stay curious. So until the next episode, take care.